Welcome back to World Affairs in Context, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. On June the 6th, Friday, Donald Trump posted on X, "Prices are down, income is up, our border is closed, gasoline is cheap, inflation is dead," says the US president. "Our country is booming. Companies are pouring into America like never before." First things first, is your income up, as the US president claims? Comment below, let us know your take on this. We would love to hear from you. This post came a day after the labor market data was released, and the flashing red signs could no longer be ignored despite the rosy picture painted by President Trump in his social media post. If the US economy does begin to truly buckle under the pressure of an escalating tariff tensions, one thing is certain. President Trump will point the finger directly at the Federal Reserve and its chair, Jerome Powell. He's made no secret of it. Trump has long argued that the Federal Reserve should be slashing interest rates to cushion the economy from potential fallout of tariffs. Of course, Jerome Powell made multiple mistakes in prior years, but this is a completely different story. The Federal Reserve doesn't set our trade policy. And even if that means fueling more inflation, says Trump, still slash the interest rates. And that is an issue that's already being exacerbated by tariffs. And now there are signs that those economic bumps are becoming harder to ignore. The latest labor market data shows that in May, the private sector added just 37,000 jobs. That number is far below expectations and a significant drop from a month prior from 60,000 jobs added in April. Economists had been expecting something closer to 110,000 jobs. For example, Bloomberg Economics sees a wide range for the May jobs report, anywhere between 60,000 jobs and 130,000 jobs, a really wide range, with a central forecast of 90,000. Most of the expected weaknesses that were reported in May, as of today, were tied to leisure and hospitality, where softer tourism and reduced government travel reportedly are weighing on demand. Now, remember that the job numbers last year, and I've mentioned this in many videos, last year, they were overstated by close to 900,000 jobs. That's right, close to 1 million jobs. And this is according to the latest report that was issued by the Bureau of Labor Statistics earlier this week. If you look at this illustration, there is a massive gap, as you can see on your screens right now. And if you would like to quantify it, it's close to 907,000 jobs between the NFP data and the QCW data. Now, going back to May report, it marks the second straight month of weak hiring this year. But this time, Trump, of course, wasn't quiet about it, and he did express his concern. And just 6 minutes after the data hit the wires, after that report was released, Trump took to Truth Social and he posted, "ADP number is out. Too late, Powell must now lower the rate. He is unbelievable. Europe has lowered 9 times." And shortly after the post, another concerning data point arrived. The Institute for Supply Management reported that its index of service sector activity fell below the critical 50 mark, meaning it actually declined into contraction territory. New orders fell especially hard, indicating that businesses are starting to indeed slowed down, even amid a recent easing in trade tensions, which of course is a temporary respite. So what's really happening here? Two major reports, one on jobs, the other on services, now show signs that the economy may finally be feeling the weight of chaotic trade policies. Economists expect that US hiring is going to continue slowing. Companies are growing more cost-conscious, and with households pulling back on spending and demand decreasing, businesses are unsure of what Washington will do next on trade, and so therefore job creation is beginning to taper off. And yet, the Fed doesn't set trade policy but is blamed for any weaknesses that are unfolding now. The central bank, for its part, has kept rates steady all year, watching and waiting for clear signs of either rising inflation, which we've seen those too, or a cooling labor market, and those signs may now be emerging. According to the latest ISM survey, businesses are feeling the heat. One construction firm said tariffs have thrown supply chains into chaos. Another respondent from the tech sector said that they are delaying purchases because of tariff uncertainty. And a transportation company noted that doing business has become more expensive, but it's still too early to say what the long-term impact will be. While the weak hiring number might not necessarily signal a collapsing job market, it may not. It may signal just a hesitancy to hire, which is also a bad sign. It means that businesses are unsure and they do have negative forecasts. So there are more than enough red flags already. For example, there is one thing that stands out. Small businesses, those with fewer than 50 employees, were hit the hardest in this latest report. And this is a very bad sign. This is very bad news because small businesses are the backbone of the US economy. If small businesses feel the pain, so will the economy and so will the consumers here in the US. It goes without saying that now that we are in June already, there's this growing sense of uncertainty. It's been half a year. The ongoing use of tariffs as a strategic weapon to correct trade imbalances, as well as, of course, they're being used as leverage in a broader geopolitical game of chess, that is keeping companies on edge. Businesses looking for clarity from the White House have instead faced ever-changing timelines and duty schedules and extreme uncertainty. Uncertainty is bad for businesses, and continued uncertainty is quite deadly because companies can't really plan ahead, and in the end, consumers suffer too. So as a result, confidence is slipping. Surveys suggest consumers are starting to rein in their spending, and companies are rethinking hiring and investment plans. For example, auto sales are expected to drop for the second month in a row based on data from Board's intelligence. The Federal Reserve isn't likely to panic over these numbers just yet. With inflation, trade, and taxes all in flux, Fed officials are waiting for more consistent signals and for more data. Comments this week from governors like Lisa Cook, Adriana Kugler, and Christopher Waller will be closely watched, and those will indicate what the Fed is expecting to do moving forward. Thank you very much for watching. Comment below, let me know if you agree with President Trump's tweet or his post rather on X, or maybe you don't. Let us know how you feel in the comments below. Please remember to show your support as well. It goes a long way. Like, subscribe, and share. Make sure that you turn on notifications by ringing the bell. And for more content, check out my Patreon and Substack. I would love to see you there as well. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.